All right, and it's recording. I'll get to you. Okay, we'll do it again. Okay, come. All right,
All
go ahead.
right. Uh, Everything's good. We're
Come, it's
good.
good. It's good. Yep, ready to go.
Okay. All right. I'm a first and foremost, want to say Shalom Akim. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rukakudash. Yahweh is the Heavenly Father, and Yahweh is His Son, who the world, he calls Jesus Christ. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to you brothers that are doing the work of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, in sincerity and in truth. Okay. Now we just want to do a video here, pretty much, on the topic of the money system and how the society is crashing on a daily basis, man. Okay, regardless of what you see, in the media or the news or whatever it is, man. Okay, this society is pretty much crumbling, and that's what the Lord Yahweh Shemashah pretty much talked about, man. And the prophets of old, and the prophets right now, that's what we're pushing out there. Us going out there in the house and the byways, pushing out the vibration is, the Lord is, pretty much making things happen quickly, man. Which is a beautiful thing, and we have an article, that we're about to read, and then, we're just going to go with the spirit, we're gonna bring us some, precepts, and then go on from there, and we hope that this video, will, I'm gonna pretty much, I'm gonna edify, the elect out there, that are watching this,
Come, come.
so come on, so if you wanna bring out the article out here, that'd be beautiful.
All right, all right. Here it is. It's this is RT .com. It says U.S. dollar will crash. I'll say Babylon. All right, Babylon is America's modern day Babylon. Confusion. It says U.S. dollar will crash and burn because of trade war with China. Investor Peter Schiff. Right, Peter Schiff is a well-known investor. It says the idea that a trade war between U.S. and China is good for the dollar is completely nonsense. According to investor Peter Schiff, he believes that greenback will only depreciate, and that's what you've been getting through the high prices out here in Canada, where our dollar's taking a dive, and gas is up, and everything else, man. After the dollar depletes in its value, it says the thinking is, at least when it comes to trade, is that the dollar is going to benefit for a trade war, which I think is wrong. I think it's just a wrong-headed as the concept that the dollar is going to benefit from larger budget deficits, Schiff said. So we know when you look into the dollar, we got rid of the gold standard at the time of Nixon, and the gold standard was really a proper measure when it came to money. And when America got rid of the gold standard, and the elites, the banking elites, hoarded all the gold, from throughout all the nations in America, that's when the economy and everyone started pretty much working for really nothing, because that paper that you have in your pocket actually has no intrinsic value. So
Mm-hmm.
I could keep going to this article, but it's not really long, so I'll keep going. It says, according to
Okay,
Schiff, while one may think that a trade war or U.S. budget deficit can create a dollar deficit that will prop up the greenback, in reality, the world will be flooded with American currency. That's called inflation, right? Hyperinflation. The thinking is this is going to absorb all the dollar out there, and there is going to be a dollar shortage, which is complete nonsense. He explains that the excessive amount of dollar will be provided by the mint of the United States Treasury bonds. You've got a treasury, you've got a dollar. I mean, what's the difference between 30-day treasury bill and a dollar? And you know what? I'm going with that, because when it comes to these nations, when they deal with America, they gotta buy treasuries, and you're pretty much investing in America, in the American dollar. But aside from that, this is a system that's crashing, and as nations see the dollar and the American economy being a ugly investment, they're gonna refuse to get involved with the whore and go elsewhere. And that's really what Trump is making these other nations do. So you got any scriptures? I got
Yeah, come. Yeah, I got one here in the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1. I'll start from verse 16. It says, "A day of trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung.
And that's going through
Neither
World War III, because like they said during the Great Depression, America needed to get out of that depression. So what they do, they declared war. Right? They declared war on Germany, and that's what went through, man. When America's in a deficit, in debt like it is right now, that's why we keep pushing that World War III, man. Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and of thee of old prophesied both war, of evil, and of pestilence. All right, and there's going to be a World War III, whether you like it or not, or whether you want to believe it or not.
Yeah. And it says, verse 18, "Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath.
And
but the whole
keep going on.
But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land."
Just like the time of Joseph in Egypt, when the Egyptians, there was a lot of gold out, but there was no food. You can't eat the gold, and if a person doesn't want to trade their food for your gold, and they don't have enough food, your gold is pretty much worthless, man. So you're not gonna do gold, just like the movie I Am Legend, man. Where's that money at?
Yeah.
In bags, just spread out everywhere. It's gonna be worth nothing, like it is. And you Americans will really understand what money is in that day.
Yeah, man. And also from an add-on to that, to show you that in the movie, the Book of Eli, he pretty much, had to I'm a trade, some of the things that he had in order to just get what, I'm some, I'm some water to drink, man. Because yeah, exactly. Like the paper dollar or whatever the hell you call as money today. Okay, it's not going to be able to deliver you in those times, man. Because you gotta pretty much exchange something to get something back, man. Okay, and that's how that's how things are gonna be done, man. And with how the system is going, man. Okay, that's gonna happen very, very soon here, man.
That's right. The scriptures, I wasn't saying scripture, but in that movie, you could say wet wipes were more valuable than a dollar, man, because he was cleaning himself. Yeah. At least he got the the sanitary. He was into the cleanliness next to godliness, and we know Eli. He was a godly man, a character, right? So forget your money. I got a quick precept. This is Isaiah 33:6. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure." Right? Yeah, I define that if you're going looking up. It said wisdom and knowledge. What is wisdom? Wisdom is the fear of the Lord. All right, and knowledge is really it's heeding onto His word. All right, and knowing what your the do's and the don'ts. All right, that's your knowledge. The do's and the don'ts. It says shall be the stability of thy time, so you can stand. All right, the scriptures say, "He that hath clean hands shall grow stronger and stronger." Man, It says, "And strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord is his treasure." And we don't need gold and your silver and your money. All we desire is the fear of the Lord, because the scriptures say there really is none better than him that feared the Lord.
Con, man, that's very true, man. Because like I said, man, the times are about to approach. Having that fear of Yahweh Hashem Shai, like the scripture just said, that's what's going to be able to deliver you, man. Because you got a lot of people who have a bunch of substance, they got a lot of money, they got lands, they have an abundance of everything, but they don't know this truth, man. And guess what? When that time, pretty much hits, at its climax, those people are gonna bug up, man. Okay, the men of the Lord, the men of Yahweh Shai are preparing their minds for for that time right now, man. Okay, we don't have much, man. Okay, yes, the Lord gives us blessings, like here and there, but ultimately, we're pretty much the Lord is putting His men through the fire, just so that when the time comes, wisdom and knowledge is what's going to make you stable in those times, man. Which is having the true wisdom of Yahweh Shai. If you know something is gonna happen and it happens, you won't be surprised, man. Okay, but if you don't know something is about to happen and it happens, guess what? You're gonna bug up, man, and be like, oh shit. But the men of the Lord, they know what's gonna happen, man. That's why we're gonna have the knowledge of Yahweh Shai to be able to endure in those times, man.
We're walking in the light. The scriptures call it a light. The scriptures say, for the commandments is a lamp and the law is a light. And through the words of Yahweh Hashem Shai is our what the path that we walk, man. I got a precept. This is the book of going into the fear of the Lord. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus 10 and 24. It says, great men and judges and potentates shall be honored, yet none of them greater than he that feareth the Lord. Right. So the scriptures say, really, another scripture goes into how a man can be so perfect amongst the sons of men, just loosely paraphrasing it, yet if he hath no wisdom, he shall be nothing regarded. So you gotta have the fear of the Lord.
I got a precept here, Ake, just on that topic. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 1, verse 11. It says right here, the fear of the Lord is honor and glory and gladness and a crown of rejoicing. The fear of the Lord maketh a merry heart and giveth joy and gladness and a long life. Whoso feareth the Lord, it shall go well with him at the last, and he shall find favor in the day of his death.
That's the perfect
to fear the Lord.
Keep going.
It says, to fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful in the womb.
That's the elect.
That's right, man. Since the beginning, man, the Lord, pretty much, gave His men, that faith, man. Okay, because because in order to fear Yahweh Shai, okay, you gotta have faith too, man. Okay, you can't, pretty much just say that you fear the Lord, but then you go about doing whatever the hell you want, man. Okay, and it says, she hath built an everlasting foundation with men, and she shall continue with their seed. To fear the Lord is fullness of wisdom, and filleth men with her fruits. She filleth all their house with things desirable, and garners her with her increase. The fear of the Lord is a crown of wisdom, making peace and perfect health, to nourish both which are the gifts of God Yahweh Shai, and enlargeth their rejoicing that love him. Wisdom raineth down skill, and knowledge of understanding, and excelleth them to honor that hold her fast. The root of wisdom is the fear of the Lord, and the branch thereof are long life. So at the end of the day, man.
Go ahead. I got it ready, so I'm holding it. Keep going.
Okay, so at the end of the day, man. Okay, fearing Yahweh Shai is what's going to deliver you, man. Okay, and when you fear the Lord, you keep His commandments, man. You do the things that the Lord said to do, man. Okay, you can't just say, that you love the Lord, but you don't respect Him, man. Okay, you gotta, show respect unto Yahweh Shai, and the Lord will, show you the same back, man. The Lord is fair. Okay.
And He's got respect unto His saints.
Yeah.
Yeah, precept. This is the book of what's like it? Con. This is the book of First John, chapter 4, and you know what? It's actually going back. It's like it. First John, chapter 2,